So far this weekend has not gone as well. Where did I even put the doors? Oh, they're on top of that thing. That's all good. Very slow start to the Easter weekend. So we're gonna smash on with some projects, try and get some stuff done today, try and get some stuff done tomorrow, and fit that in with parties at the park, other projects, and a couple of videos that I want to try and film for the Ryobi Easter weekend project thing. So get ready for a busy weekend. Now these videos obviously are going to be, I think I've already got a week and a half's worth of videos. So this video is coming way out after where I actually am. So by the time this video is out, all of this should look different. Everything's got to go. All that scrap metal's got to be scrapped, or I've got to take stuff out so we can make stands for the water tanks on the side of the house. Let's have a look at these doors and yeah, start planning them out. All right, that's them done. See you later. Yeah. Oh, I bloody wish it was that easy. That is, it's got a big gap in the middle because I wasn't sure what the clearance for the cool room panel is, but that is 75mm thick cool room panel. And then we are sticking basically something this thick on it. So it's going to be a little bit wider. So if the cool room panels don't cover the whole thing and I just have it so there's a bit of a wood border, or so also there's a bit of angle to go on it. I hope those doors don't fall. This channel here clips on the outside to, whoa, don't fall, no, to cover up this. So that's where that extra little bit of space is coming from. But yeah, we've got a unsquare door frame, not flat floor. We haven't got a lot to work with, but if we make the borders out of wood, we should be good. I don't know how to use wood at all. I'm not a very good woodworker, so this is going to be very, very interesting. So let's see what we can see what we can do, see what we can wood. If you've ever watched anything, I don't do woodwork. I've never done woodwork. Although the idea of woodwork's fairly simple, you can't break it and weld it back together. So, and if you make it look horrible, you can't fill in the gaps and then sand it. Although you can bog wood or whatever. Man, if you are a woodworker, I would highly recommend not watching this unless you want to laugh at my skills, because this is going to be horrible. The idea is to cover the doors with wood. I have the hinge in my car. I forgot to grab it out. We'll grab that out and see whereabouts we're going to mount them, whether or not we're going to mount them in here or we're going to mount them out here and bring something across to the door or have the door sitting in. I don't know yet. I haven't figured out or quite worked out how well those hinges, how much they'll push them out. But yeah, there is a lot of work. But let's run over here. We'll have a quick look. Look at this monstrosity. How sick is that? Now, obviously, it's not going to be white here, and that's 100mm cool room panel. That was just up there to kind of block everything. I might leave that up there further back because there is quite a big lip there, or I will take that out completely, use a little bit of foam to insulate the back, and then put the light stone barn branding in there. And that gap, I still haven't got onto that, but we'll get there eventually. They are big doors. Like, that is 2.4 meters. So average roof height of a house is that gap there. That is about to fall. And hopefully not. These doors have dings and shit all through them because they have been stood up and dropped. Now, that doesn't really matter because we're going to reskin them. So let's try our best at doing some woodwork. I have very minimal woodworking tools. This thing cuts firewood. This thing has barely been used. I brought that for 10 seconds of sanding. Now, I've only brought that one because I had hopes of doing lots of wood stuff, but that's gonna come in handy for this door. I brought this thing so I could do shit like this here. My missus made this for a chicken coop, never used it, threw it down here. It's a bridge for the IBC. That's all that gun's real. Oh, and I made the chicken coop there and the other chicken coop that's over there. Have I done enough with wood to be classed as a woodworker yet? So I've spent ages denailing. I picked these up not that long ago, and we've been denailing this wood. It's been an absolute head case just doing these things. Oh, look at me fans. That's me only fan. Well, it's not me only fan. I've got 2 only fans. Scratch that. I have 5 only fans. I should do a video, just an hour of fans, and call it OnlyFans and see how many idiots watch it. How good's that bloody tank looking? That tank is looking mighty. Look at these fish. They're just floating. Why is there fish floating out the front of my house? What are you doing? Nah, that is cool. Look at that. You can see straight through that wall. Ooh, look at me. I can see through the other side. Now, this is our front door. So this is what you see as you walk into our house. And this is Jar Jar. He is a jarfish. If you don't know what a jarfish is, he was free in this. He lived in this. How can you live in this? This doesn't even, whoa, not even a drop of that aquarium. Like, the size difference is, am I breaking shit or is that my neighbour? Maybe it's my neighbour. How crazy is that? So yeah, that is the story of Jar Jar. He was a free fish that came in a jar. And now he's Jar Jar. He lives in our big 700-litre acrylic fish tank out the front of our house with old mate Bendy Tail over here. Oh, and that's another thing that I've done with wood. I made this wall. Obviously, not very good. There's gaps there, and they're not very well butted up against each other. Obviously, it's not very flat. We haven't thicknessed or planed the faces. Obviously, we haven't planed here, but eventually I do want to plane that. Now, if the wall's wobbly, that's all right with me because it adds texture. It's actually a pretty dope wall, and I forgot how good it looked because it's been hiding behind other shit that we've had there. So that is another woodworking project that I've got to finish because clearly it's not finished, and we do have some more wood down there. So wood is good. I'm trying to tell myself that. Oh yeah, also we did the cubby, which basically it was a flat pack. It was secondhand. We had to take down it and bring it back up, but we did have to customize it to sit on the wall, and yeah. Now this is what we're going to be working with, and we're going to be working with this side, not this side, this side. So we've got to go through and find everything that doesn't have big chips like this. Like this one here is pretty good for most of the part. And just work out what we've got, what we don't have. Obviously, I put a lot of work into the shed, and I'm gonna probably put a lot more than I should. Ooh, look at my gate. How good's my gate looking? I like that. I'd love to be, nope, let's not get into it. Although I did make them very quickly, they are a little bit of work, but I would like to put a little bit more effort than what I put into making these doors for the shed, because I really want it to be a masterpiece of perfection. Maybe not perfection, we just say what's close to perfection. That's she'll be right. Yeah, I can live with that. So we've spent hours denailing this. I spent a couple of hours out the front denailing these. My mate sat there and we talked for ages, and then he's like, well, I've been sitting out here for 2 hours. I was like, I've been doing this for 2 hours. So maybe we'll B-roll, because I time-lapse some of it. Oh, might lug some of this into the backyard, and I was going to do it out the front, but that's it's not very level. Our driveway is not very flat, and the garage also is on a lane, but there's also a big bloody territory there. That's the skid territory, so it's broken. Well, it's not broken. We used it to fix my missus' car. so good. This thing is Cactus. We broke it. It's been around for the last 3 years. It ripped up it helped us rip up the carpet and the edging around the carpet, but it's done. So I'm done with that. We did quite a bit today. There's only a little bit left. Now we've got to chop up a bunch of it, start measuring. Well, I need to figure out what I'm doing with the door first of all. Get all the measurements. Then I need to chop it. So we gotta. If I seem drained, it's because I'm trying to fit a lot in this weekend. Trying to get a lot done in a very short amount of time. This is how you're supposed to do it, right? That'll work. And they say brands aren't intercompatible. That's clearly only using stock parts.